I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Hey, welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see y'all. I got a filter on. Welcome to the program. Let's go live with Lamont King. Lamont King. We are now live. Let's go. Let's go. Broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios inside of Tiny Closet Command Center.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
I appreciate it. Something like a podcast. For you newcomers, we do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. Shout out to everybody watching right now worldwide on the West Coast and the Midwest. I see Chicago. Thanks for the check-in. Hey, no individual shout-outs unless you bring somebody. Peanut Gallery, what up? Good to see you. Hey, family. Yeah, man, they gave you another one. We made it. It's another week, man. Monday. Could have gone the other way. Could have gone the other way. But it went this way. So there's that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, hit the like and turn on the notification. Hit the thumbs up button on the video. Share it right now so people can jump in on this conversation. It's going to get a little spicy today. Try to spice it up a little bit, something different, you know. Hit that thumbs. Money Wheel is in full effect this Friday, last week. In case you missed it, we had to push it because we had 3 spins and no winner. So we had 300 plus for the 50-50 raffle. Still time to get it. You got all the way up until Thursday night to get your name on the Money Wheel. We do 50-50 live on the air. You got to be present to win. You put your money in, $5 a slot. And then we give away half that money live on air. You want a slot? Send $5 to Let's Go Live show. Unlimited amount of slots. However many you want. You got to put in the notes. I want this many. I want that many. That's the Money Wheel, ladies and gentlemen. The Money Wheel. The Let's Go Live Money Wheel. How y'all feeling, man? Good to see y'all. Shout out to our executive producer, Mr. Clarkson, down the hall in Studio G. And our New York Bureau Chief, John Watson. Yeah, man. All right, I gotta be honest, man. There's a few things going on. Let's see here. I have not watched any of the trial. Gotta be honest. The Derek Chauvin homicide, killer cop trial. I have not watched any of it for a number of reasons. Got to protect your chi, man. I get being plugged in. I get staying studied up. I get, setting yourself up for a letdown. I get all of that. I get all the wanting to be current event on top of topics and all that. But you got to protect your chi sometimes. You know, I've been watching people tweet all day Nah, how could they? Anybody that can't see this is what it was. It don't have no this, no that. And you ain't right in the head. All right, you knew this though. This ain't no time for Captain Obvious, man. You're gonna get your feelings hurt. That's just my opinion. You're gonna get your feelings hurt. So I would rather strategize and position my mentality, my mental state, and my physical position in such a way where when this verdict comes down, I'm in the correct headspace. It's not going to blindside me. It's not going to hit me, you know. I don't know. This ain't that type of reality TV that I'm like, yeah, man, let me sit down and watch this. Cause I need to go through all of the emotions right now. Cause, you know, my life is boring. Ain't nothing else going on. I don't need that. I don't need this type of, but if you watch it, I'd love to hear from you. Get your take on what's happened so far. 765, let's go on. 765, let's go on. Roland Martin should be coming up a little bit later. We're also talking about how the pandemic has affected your sex life, has affected your hump game, your dating. We talk about that too. And your man, Lil Lame X, and his video. I really had no intention. I got to be honest. Had no intention of talking about his video, for his latest song. But I want to talk about the shoes. We're gonna talk about the shoes. You got to talk about the shoes. Sneakerheads, get ready. 765, let's go on. I got to hear from y'all, man. Need y'all opinion on the shoes. Unbelievable. Sneakerheads check in. All right, let's get to it real quick. Just briefly, I'm gonna head over to MSNBC and kind of hijack some of their coverage from earlier today from the trial, the beginning of the trial, opening day. Derek Chauvin trial was today. Apparently, several witnesses took the stand. A lot of information was laid out. You know the results, but we're gonna watch a little bit of this. This is Al Sharpton earlier. Just get a little bit of their coverage, just a little bit.
There are a lot of Americans out there who have seen pieces of the video, or if they've seen the entire
Oh man, can y'all see it?
of the video,
there we go.
They haven't seen it in a
Thumbs up if you can see and hear.
What did you make of the prosecution beginning the case with all of that?
I thought it was the right way to start it because at the end of the day, no matter how you argue this case, whether you are on one side or the other, the real core of this case is that for over 9 minutes, this man laid there for almost half of it, limp and dying, pleading for his life, saying he couldn't breathe, a score of times, calling for his mother who was dead, saying, I love my children. And this police officer, despite the fact that bystanders were arguing and yelling at him, he's dying, stop, this is not going to work. None of them physically going after the officer, standing back, yelling at him, respecting his office, but also respecting his light that was literally leaving them in their eyes. It was heart-wrenching to watch that today. And I was in the overflow room because of COVID. Only one member of the family can sit in the actual courtroom on both sides. One member of Chauvin's family, one member of George Floyd's family. So I was in the overflow room provided for the family of George Floyd. I was there as the minister who they had to do the eulogy at the funerals. And some of the relatives of George had never seen that particular video where the exchange was going down between the bystanders and Chabin and the other officers. They broke down and cried. For them to watch their loved one, their cousin, their brother, his brothers are there in court, to watch their cousin literally die and beg for his life was too much for them to take even almost a year later. And it was heart-wrenching for me as many times as I've been at these cases as at the National Action Network, to sit there with that family with tears dripping and watch that video just play out exactly what happened. I think the prosecutor did the right thing by playing and putting in context of why that courtroom is important. Even though he said it doesn't have other ramifications, it really does. Chapin is in the courtroom, but America is on trial on how it will deal with police accountability.
All right, that's heavy. I'll end it right there. So a couple things. Haynes says unpopular opinion. Reverend Sharpton is looking like a white-faced version of himself. Two things, man. From looking at that and hearing that, either he has the super killer ring light, or his makeup people is on 10. One or the other. Because he do like he can either peel that off or wipe it off or something, or turn the light out and go back to being Al. Man, he is fair skinned. Okay. I like how you say Derek Shaven, though. I like that. I don't even know if that's the correct pronunciation, but either we've all been saying it wrong or he's saying it wrong on purpose. Either way, I like it. They don't get no correction from me. Bro Biden. Hey, you on a tear. You on a roll, Haynes. They look like Bro Biden. All right. But yeah, America's on trial. Those are very eloquent. That's very poetic. I don't think half of America sees it that way, though. I don't think America is on trial for how we, in his words, how we are going to deal with police brutality, criminal justice reform, police training reform. I don't know. I mean, we heard, I don't know if you caught when Ike Speaks joined us last Monday, man, she laid it out in such a supreme way, between the jury selection process and what. It's funny, I've been watching her on Twitter all day. Like, everything she said last week, they did in the first day. Both the prosecution and the defense. She said last week on this very show, if I was a prosecution, I would do this. They did it. She said, if I was the defense, this is how I would, start out. They did it. So I don't know, man. It's I feel like it's a no-brainer. Your feelings gonna get hurt. Your feelings are gonna get hurt. I don't know if this is America on trial. I think this is another case where there's enough wiggle room and leeway for the sinister elements to prevail, because they, who you gonna believe, us or your lying eyes? This training manual that showed that he was following his training, or you can believe your heartstrings and your emotions? This man was a derelict, drug addict. He'd have died that day if it wasn't for Chauvin keeping his airways open with his knee on his neck. Like, that's really how they pitching it to you. So I don't know, man. 765 Let's Go One. If you watch today, call in and give me your takes, your feedback on the first day of the Chauvin trial. All right, let's keep it moving. Lindsey Graham is on one. I don't even really bring attention to him, but boy, is he stupid. He's not even stupid. I keep telling you, like, the people that they put out in front, and we be like, man, they're crazy. They're not crazy. They're literally, they're the spokesperson for a lot of people. Lindsey Graham he doesn't keep getting elected by accident. So he recently, even after mass shootings where whites is out killing sprees, he goes on the defense on personally why he has an AR-15. All right, let's get CNN politics. This is from today. So in the wake of two more high-profile mass shootings, we're again talking about guns and whether Congress will do anything to restrict people from purchasing them. That debate occasioned this exchange on Sunday between Fox News Sunday anchor Chris Wallace and South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. I want to see the video, because I saw the video, but this one don't have it. I don't think this has it. Because sometimes you got to see stupid. Anyway, let's see. What did he say? Oh, okay, here we go. All right, so Chris Wallace said, Senator, first of all, the two bills that the House has passed that the Senate is now considering have to do with background checks. They wouldn't take away your guns. And what's wrong with a serious debate after all of these shootings about assault weapons, and especially about large capacity magazines, which a lot of studies show contribute to these mass killings? Lindsey Graham said there's nothing wrong with debates. As a matter of fact, I would challenge Senator Schumer to bring the assault weapons ban to the floor of the United States Senate. It won't get 50 votes, much less than 60. Here's the key phrase. I own an AR-15. If there's a natural disaster in South Carolina where the cops can't protect my neighborhood, my house will be the last one that the gang will come to because I can defend myself. So here's the interesting part. Let me see, y'all. Here's the interesting part. What a lot of us don't realize, like there's this antebellum Jim Crow fantasy that half the country lives in. There's like this homoerotic fantasy, this rebellion, revolt fantasy. Like you see it in a lot of the old books, you see it in literature. It's really right under the surface. And it's what's been really driving the gun manufacturers, gun lobby for the last easily 150 years. It's the driving, it's the mitigating factor, if you will. Like there's a hope by half of the country that they will be in a position to defend anything. Oatmeal, their daughter, their dog. Because of the old stories and the old lore and the folklore that they've been told their entire life. And, that someone's coming for them. Then I'm using these words carefully because I'm letting you fill in the blanks. They really believe there's a fantasy of large, half-naked bucks coming to the crib, beating down the door. There's a wish fantasy there. His go-to, Lindsey Graham, elected official, his go-to is that this is his story, his reason for why I have an AR. All right, so there's people with assault rifles, there's people with handguns, pistols, shotguns, home defense, sport shooting, hunting. I like the sound of it. The training, loading ammunition, and discharging a different calibers of weaponry is therapeutic to me. These are all answers from gun owners. Your answer is, Lindsey Graham, in a natural disaster, when the gang comes to my house, my house will be the last one that they come to because they'll know I can defend myself. The gang? Which gang is it? What in the Purge? What in the Blacked? What are you? What half of the country feels this way? There's a revenge fantasy. Like they even have pornos with these themes. Like they really think that that's what's right under the surface, that somebody's coming for them. And when that gang, what gang, Lindsey? The gang? The gang bang? I seen somebody on Twitter, it was like, it's not the Purge, fam. Like, and if any cause, or if there be any reason for that to happen, it'll be because of you and people like you and your policies and your positions and your beliefs. Ridiculous. I mean, unbelievable. Just there's a fantasy. I'm trying to find a word so you can get the picture. You can paint the picture. But there's like this fantasy of being attacked, and which is wild, which is really ironic, is because they tool up and stockpile because they think that there will be a power shift. And that's what happened when President Obama got elected. They think there will be some type of racial or ethnic power shift in this country, and they'll lose control over everything, and they'll think everybody will come smashing their heads in. It's called guilt. That's called guilt. That's what they're hanging on to. It's not even white guilt. It's just guilt. If I say, because let them tell it, they wouldn't deserve that because my ancestors I never owned slaves, blah, blah, blah. So you shouldn't come attack me, knock my head in, right? The only reason why you would never worry about me doing something to you is if you never did something to me. But if you did something to me, I'm going to always worry that if you get the chance, you're going to get your lick back. They're afraid of their lick back. They think that every waking day, black folks in this country, poor people, people of color, whatever you want to call it, are waiting to get their lick back. Whether they are or not, the only reason you feel that way is because of guilt. But you won't admit it. But you'll say shit like in a national disaster, and everybody in your district probably talks the same way and worse. In a natural disaster, the gang, my house would be the last one that the gang comes to because they'll know that I can defend my home. Now, first of all, Sister Graham, if there was a natural, this is what a lot of people really don't. We might have seen 1/1000th of infinitesimal John Watson level of chaos during the pandemic, quarantine, or whatever. But if there was a natural disaster, power outage, the grid goes down, there's no water, food, I don't think your AR-15 is stopping anybody from getting what they want. You can get off about 30 rounds and then you got to reload. If the gang is coming and there's no food and water and it's survival of the fittest, this home defense fantasy that everybody likes to perpetuate, it's going to last for about 45 minutes. It's in every apocalyptic movie. Like, get real, fam. If there is a gang and they coming to get it, they're going to get it. Infinitesimal. I said it the way you said it. Infinitesimal. Or infinitely small. How about that? I say it the new way. But anyway, yeah, so that's always tripped out to me. They swear by them joints. Probably don't train at all. All right, so let me further read. I don't know. Did I still have it up? I'm gonna read this real quick and then get off. No, get me out of this. Switch that up. Oh, look at Bill Maher. I ain't seen him in a minute. The roving gangs imagery is drawn from the same source as the idea also pushed by Trump that if Democrats control Washington, it's only a matter of time before the Second Amendment is repealed and police come to your door to collect your guns. And also, what's the real irony of that is the gun lobbies push that. They've been pushing that for about 50 or 60 years, and that's how they stay in business. They keep saying that every year a new administration is going to come to your house, take your guns, and sales is through the roof. It's a shortage. It's an ammo shortage, and they make billions and trillions of dollars, and they've continued to do it, and the threat has never even changed. So they keep pumping that up, and they had them, So anyway, also I saw a brilliant take on Twitter. I'll get this out of here. Get me back. I saw a brilliant take on Twitter about your man, the latest dude in, I think it was Colorado, the latest mass shooting. I can't even keep up. Whatever the last one was, saying that he may plead insanity, won't be able to stand trial. And they were like, nah, man, if you can, because long guns is no real background check, but however, there's a background check, but it's not as extensive as for other type of weapons or whatever. But it was like, if you can pass that to get a gun, you can stand trial for using it. And I agree with that. And even to the point of before I even read that, I was forming a tweet. I was in the middle of forming a tweet, and I was like, nah, man, you can't, a good defense attorney or a good prosecutor or whatever, you can't sit up there and let them use that, because there is like loading bullet. I don't care how dumb you are. I don't care if you've been declared mentally ill, schizophrenic, none of that shit. Loading there are some technical elements to the process of acquiring ammunition, loading, discharging, and dealing with. There's a lot of technical. I don't care how dummy you say you are. If you can get that done and aim and with with precision and intention, then get up out of here. You can stand trial. All right, let me go to the phones real quick. First of all, let me bring in Mr. Clarkson. Studio G, what's good with you?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Chilling.
So I'm up here laughing because I want to run this by you as far as an administrative thing.
Okay.
I think that you should only be able to own a gun if you've won 3 fist fights.
I like it.
At least 3.
At least 3 proven.
Proven.
You gotta have references. Simple.
Yeah, like because I'm realizing that if you walking around just wanting to carry one, it's because you're afraid of just throwing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hey man, we need you to throw some. Oh, he threw some 3 times. What's his record? 3-0.
Yeah.
Even if you go 5-2, I'm cool with it.
No, even if you go 0-3.
0-3. Okay.
Yeah. That shows that you were willing to, take one to the chin, step up, put your chest out, knuckle up.
Because then I believe you. Then I believe that there's something over your life where you really need this.
Yeah, right.
But like as far as Lady G, nobody's coming to him in a purge to take his sequin dresses out of his closet. Like I just don't see that being a desire. Plus, he's still technically considered a private citizen, even if he leaves office because a number of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, nobody's coming for you first, and if they do come for you, you're going to be last because of like the server that you have around you.
But even this is what I'm saying though. I think he wants that. It's a fantasy for them. They're waiting they live for that day. But it ain't the type of gang that we all think it is. It's that other gang. It's that blacked gang.
See, I don't think he
like
wants
in the pornos. He wants
yeah.
He wants to reach for that unloaded weapon and be like, "Stop, get out!" And then they take it from him, and then you know what I mean.
Why he's putting on like eyeliner?
Yeah,
no, please stop it.
Yeah, that's what it's a fantasy for them, man. It is a cold fantasy for them. I don't care what nobody say.
For Lady G, definitely. I'll always reference, and this is why I don't believe like these things are taught in schools: the Stonewall Rebellion, Gabriel's Revenge, the New York City Conspiracy. These were major slave revolts, right, that happened. And I realized that the reason why they don't teach these things is because they don't want to give Black children any ideas.
Exactly.
And I believe that that's the fear of why they're like, at least let us have these guns so we can have a fair chance.
Mm-hmm.
Last one, and I'm gonna get up out of here. I don't think police reform is ever going to change until there is a white child that identifies highly with Black culture and it leads to this death.
Okay, so as he's what? He grows up into the police force, or he's the victim?
I'm saying he's the victim. I'm saying what I'm looking for at a child that's maybe between 13, 18 years old who happens to live maybe inner city, maybe outside a high profile suburb, has a lot of things that identify with Black culture.
I like where you're going, but I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna say
okay.
that's not gonna work. I'm gonna tell you why, because then the defense will be he was too much like them. He shouldn't have been listening to that music. That's what led him down the wrong path. Here's where it's gonna stop.
Okay.
There's gonna be a young boy. Now let me set the picture for you. He has a black wide brim hat. He has glasses and he has long curly sideburns.
Oh wow!
And he only walks on Fridays. Fridays is his Sabbath. He doesn't walk. He doesn't drive anywhere on Friday. When he gets killed, it's going to change.
So my scenario doesn't happen.
No, not a white boy raised Black. No.
See, I'm saying I'm going here. That he identifies with Black culture, but he happens to have both parents married. Still
not enough.
Really?
He's got to have the curly Q sideburns.
Wow.
And on certain days, he puts the brim hat up and wears just a small hat, like a small.
Wow.
I don't even know what it's called. I think it's like a tam. It's like a, yeah.
The yarmulke. That's what you're saying.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Oh, I will. I'm here for it. Yeah. I'll be here.
Yeah. That's what it's gonna change. I want to one of those.
I would hope, because I'm gonna tell you this much. Then it's gonna take a long time.
Yes.
See, I think my scenario is more easily accessible.
Sure. I feel like your scenario may have happened already.
No, I'm saying it's got to be higher profile.
High profile. Okay.
That's what I'm pushing my money in. I'm saying that David, who is a former lacrosse player inside of Middle America, we'll call it Michigan, Illinois, Ohio, right outside of Detroit, Chicago, or Cincinnati.
Two married parents. They're going to blame.
Hold on.
Successful.
Successful. And unfortunately, he winds up, yes, I agree with Brian. They call him that. And what happens is he gets caught, wrong place, wrong time, overzealous officer, and that's going to be the wrong one.
And they're going to blame his proximity to blackness, guarantee you.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing will change. Well, he shouldn't have, he was influenced. Hey, man, it happens. They're going to still, you know what I mean?
Oh, they gonna give you juggle hands, Muppet hands?
Yeah, hey. They'll be like, what was it? You know how they do, did he have drugs in the system? They could be like, well, what was his playlist?
Oh.
What was this? That's going to be the new one. His playlist. He was led him down a wrong path. But yeah, hey man. But I'll wait for it. I'll take that bet.
All right. I'll bet a bottle. That'll be. I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say this. Not death, but severe injury.
Okay. All right. I'll wait for that.
I'm gonna pull it back a little bit. Severe injury.
Yeah. We can't bet on death. Yeah, we can't.
I'm betting severe injury bottle.
All
right. This is where we are.
All right. There you go. Let me take this call. All right. Welcome to the program. Let's go live. You up? Let's see. Let's try it again. All right. Let's go live. Welcome to the program. Can you hear? All right. Put you back on hold. All right. Let's go to Haynes, Vegas. What's good, Haynes? Anybody? I see you. Oh, wait a minute. I ain't have it up. Oh, that was my bad.
You.
Yeah, that was on me. Damn. My bad. Hey, sit tight. Sit tight, Damo. Yeah. I'll go back. Well, I'm going to put you on hold because I know you can wait. Hold on a second. I had the volume down, y'all. All right, let's go back. Damo, what's good with you?
Yo, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, that was my fault. What's good with you?
First of all, congratulations on Let's Go Live. You is doing the damn thing. So I just had to give my brother some love and tell him congrats on his grinding and growing up. So I don't know if you say glow up for a man, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can dig it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
But to the subject at hand, dog, I disagree with you and the dude before me. I think gun reform ain't going to be caused until a blue-haired, blonde-eyed white girl. And I think you might need 3 of them. Until the cops pop 3 of them, and they don't have good reason, I don't even think a Jewish person is going to change it. It's going to take a couple of them. Because on the hierarchy of hated races in America, black is number 1, Jew is number 2, and then the rest just kind of fall where they lay. So I don't think it's going to be a situation to where if a Jewish dude got popped, that they are going to jump to try to change anything. And part of it is because they see themselves, and I don't mean Jews, I mean white people. White people see themselves in the cops. They have brainwashed themselves that cops are right and whoever cops kill is absolutely wrong.
Right.
But until they get more examples of cops doing fucked up shit to them, they're not going to care because it does not affect them.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect them. They're not going to care. They done build the cops up to the point that even they themselves believe, well, if a cop did it, it must have been a good reason.
Yeah, and that's ingrained. That's conditioning. I mean, that's part of that culture. Like they wholeheartedly believe that. Like cops really can do no wrong because they're cops.
Exactly. Yeah. Dave Chappelle said it best. Really want to change gun laws in America? every black American has to register to get a gun, and you will see them laws change overnight.
Yeah. Well, part of that process is happening right now. We're seeing a lot of that. I follow a lot of pages of I saw one page, man. It was 20 people like, yeah, we just became instructors. And I was like, damn. It's like we just flew to somewhere and became Utah carry concealed instructors. This is people I knew, and it was a group trip. And I was like, oh, damn. So they
There's a Vice just did a program. If I find the clip, I'll send it to you. Where there was a black dude that is teaching people how to be legally registered in arms, and teaching them how they can go back to their state and register and get other black people registered legally to carry on.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's getting real. It's getting real because at the end of the day, you know, in the 40s, a white guy could walk into your black house, and if you were having dinner, could literally just take your whole meal and walk out, and nobody's gonna do anything. Think about that.
Yeah.
That was just in the 40s. That was just in the 40s.
Right. Yeah,
that sense of white privilege, entitlement, is just as ingrained in them as the sense of being oppressed is in us.
In us. Say that part. Gee whiz. Say that. All right, man.
So, I mean, I just want to say, bro, I know you got other people to start get on. Keep doing your thing, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Oh, and we got it back. We got it wrap. I'll send you a text. Hit me up.
Okay. We'll do.
All right.
All right. All right, let's go to Haynes in Vegas. What's good with you?
Let's go.
Let's go.
And the phone lines is hot today, huh?
Yeah.
So I wanted to share an anecdote. I believe you was right about your observation, and these dudes do have these fantasies. I've worked with these dudes for a long time. And they are tooled up, man. They training their family and they training their kids, so they ready.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with a dude that told me, and see, he told me he go get the storage unit, because we would work maybe in a city for like 6 months. He'd go get a storage unit, fill that up with guns and ammo, just in case it go down in the city that he's at.
Oh, on a temp
so
on a temp job. On a temp job.
Yeah. Because he might be there 2 years. You never know. Most of the time, you go 1 or 2 years, maybe 6 months, or maybe. So, but this dude, I figured he was bullshitting, but that's what he told me. And see, he would conversate. We work together. We were partners, so we would work together every day. But we wouldn't click on that level. So he would do another thing, both in the army, and they would click on that level. Yeah. They talking stuff. And I came to the conclusion that these dudes go do 4 years in the army so they can get trained up like that. That's a generational thing, and then they're ready. They have some basic training, and maybe some expert knowledge that where they go, and they're ready just in case they jump off, because they really do think that they jump off. These dudes don't trust the government the same way we don't trust the government,
right?
But just for different reasons. You delete that oppression and everything else, the money, the corruption, immigration, the drugs, all that, the vaccine. I was with some dudes today, man. They was talking about they shot like 1,000 rounds this weekend, and it wasn't. And I'm not taking the vaccine. Him and his girl, and so they, drinking and all that. So they ready,
right? Yeah, they ready.
And that's what I wanted to say. And with the fantasy, to me, when I hear it, because I heard it a lot, it's more like, remember the Cedric the Entertainer joke? I wish.
Yeah.
Wish.
Yeah.
That's their wish.
Yes.
Is that somebody's gonna run? They're not gonna be offensive. They're gonna be on the defense. They want somebody to run up in the house so they can let that tool loose.
Yeah, and get one of them justifiable kills, one of them put downs.
Yep. And I've never heard that they specifically wanted to be somebody black. Nobody's ever told me that. But it's usually, with the George Floyd around, because, around when everybody wakes up civilly engaged, for this.
Yeah.
And that's when you hear. That's when the conversation comes out. Because I'm not gonna let it slide. If I hear a reckless opinion.
Right.
So anyway, I just kind of wanted to agree with you, but at the same time, let you know these dudes are training.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
They do have an AR,
Yeah.
but they probably in there doing fire drills.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And man.
Yeah.
So,
all right, Haynes, I appreciate
that's what it is. But I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful, just on the Derek Chauvin case. I'm hopeful that he's that things are gonna change and that he's he's gonna get his.
Well, we'll see. We'll wait and see. Appreciate you, Jack.
Yeah.
All right. My man Haynes. Hey, and when I said they not training, I'm talking about Lindsay. Lindsay ain't training. He's not training. But yes, they are. And they're training, like you said, your cats was out, or the people you overheard was out on the weekend. That's their training. They're partying and training is one and the same. 1,000 rounds. And currently what 5.62 rounds, long gun rounds are like 90 cents a piece. That's $1,000 a weekend shooting. So anyway, moving forward, it's definitely a fantasy. Speaking of fantasy, you like that? You like that transition? I keep the phone lines open, but it's topic of the day, man. Let's get to it, man. I saw this, came across this. It was laid on my lap. Yeah, it was put on the table in front of me. You know what I'm saying? The question was brought up, man. How has the pandemic affected your sex life? Or somebody you know. If you want to play that game, how have you heard the pandemic affecting sex lives? It brought me to this article right here. All right, so let's give some context, man. This is from the NIH. It says in December, as we all know, December 2019, several cases with pneumonia of unknown cause first appeared in Wuhan City. Later, this pneumonia is shown to be caused by a novel coronavirus and became known as coronavirus disease 2019, COVID-19. To date, there is no, obviously this is written a little earlier. To date, there is no drug or vaccines approved for the treatment or prevention of the disease. All right. Currently, let's get into the meat of this. Currently, there is not enough data on the effect of COVID-19. Wait a minute, did I share the screen? Can y'all see this? I'm just reading the joint because it's so interesting. Hold on, y'all can't. I want y'all to read along. You got to, yeah. This is the read along portion of the show. My bad. I just got into it. All right. Currently, there's not enough data on the effect of COVID-19 on sexual behavior. However, some studies differed from one country to another stated a change in sexual behavior. From NBC News, in a group of just over 9,000 people, only 24% said COVID-19 infection had positively affected their sex lives. 28 were neutral. 47% said it had affected it negatively. Oh, man, hold up. I coughed. Okay, I'm good. Additionally, a study in China showed that sexual activity declined among young women and young men and women. Nevertheless, a survey on lockdown circumstances and its effect on sexual activity in Bangladesh, India, and Nepal showed that 3.3% increase in sexual activity on of participants from 1 to 5 times a week to more than 5 times. Whoa. Hey, in Bangladesh, the difference between countries is related to the developmental level of the country and its culture. But on taking a general look, COVID-19 affected the sexuality of too many people. Wow. As we have met the pandemic of COVID-19 and continuous curfew, this is where it gets real. Curfew makes some people out of work, staying at all times in the home without any activities. And most of them now face economic issues that lead to stress, depression, and anxiety. This induced significant changes in sexual behavior. This is explained psychologically by that some people, when they get stressed, the farthest thing to do is sex, while others, their libido and sex behavior sharply increase. As a result, this is the last paragraph, as a result of social isolation, some people become suffering from depressed mood, which disrupts chemicals in the brain that has a role in promoting libido in females and males. This problem could be difficult in old adults who already have a medical problem affecting blood flow in their organs and indeed the sex organ. Also, depression may lead to too much or too little sleep, which even with rest, not return the person to normal mood that decreases the desire for sexual activity. Some people resort to taking medications to reduce their stress and depression. People who take antidepressant drugs like blah, 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 may suffer from decreased libido due to rising levels of the serotonin in the body. Others take dope, which affects their sexual behavior negatively. Interesting stuff. All right. So you got the context. Further down in the article, I mean, super interesting. Further down in the article, they were talking about in China how the numbers have gone down due to the isolation, and they were made reference to how just a couple of years ago, they had to put restrictions on procreation because population was booming. And I thought that was kind of interesting in the article to make mention or reference to that. But that's a whole nother show. We'll keep it lighter. So the questions. How has the pandemic affected you, or how have you heard the pandemic affecting sex life? Have you heard people getting more or getting less? Now, of course, we're on the I don't even know if we're on the what do you call that? A year in, things are a little different. Things have opened up the country. But let's take a walk down memory lane to last March up until maybe, let's say, Christmas, New Year's. What was that like? What have you heard of people's dating experiences? People dating more? People, was it if you're single, was it hard for you? Now, this ain't a I'm not gonna be reading these comments. 765 538 7461. 765 538 7461. I'm trying to, gauge and see what's different. I'm sure Mr. Clarkson says popular new baby names for 2020 was Pandemia, Covisha, Vaccinin, Pfizer, Moderna. All viable options that I'm sure you will actually see at one point in time. But it's interesting because there are a lot of perspectives on that issue. Whether or not you were in a scenario where, the pandemic hit you hard, where you were in a space where, you were in a environment where you just didn't like the person you was with, or maybe you were in an environment or had heard of an environment where it was like, you can't keep your hands off each other. You just can't get enough because all you got is time and space. And you take that space away and you'll be doing it all the time. But 765-538-7461, how had the pandemic affected sex lives or dating? Let's go with dating because I know some of y'all are, movers and shakers. You live in a part of the country where, the social scene has changed drastically and it affected your moves. And I'm curious as to know, per this study or per this information, how did it affect you or people that you know? That's the question. Please picture you and Haley. Jay Lee says, I live in Georgia, no pandemic in Georgia. That's right. So what is the dating scene like since there's no pandemic in Georgia? I know the strip clubs is wide open. But that's the question. I keep seeing these videos of that's the wild thing in Georgia. Sidebar. They're talking about there's a slight uptick in new cases. Today, nationwide cases was at 60,000, which is 10% up from last week. And they say that could be dangerous because people are getting excited. The weather's changing. And people are like, well, I'm not going to do 2 springs back to back in the house. But as an example for Georgia, I want to know, like, when I watch those videos of the clubs and the strip clubs and all that, and they partying, like, what do the numbers be after that, though? Are like people really dodging bullets down there? Like, or is it like, do the 20-somethings really, are they really just not, are they invincible? That's a question, because we see it week after week, month after month, like Atlanta and all that, Florida, like nothing. I want to know how they dodge it. But what's the dating scene like? Has it changed your approach? Has it changed the way you roll up on somebody if you're single? Or has captivity, if you will, made you hump more or less? 765, let's go one. 765-538-7461. Don't everybody be all shy now. I ain't trying to hear it. All right, while I'm waiting on that, let me get this last story in. I need this for research. I'm doing a report. All right, so your man, Lil Lame X, or whatever his name is. I call him lame because I feel like this is his latest publicity stunt. That's what I'm calling it. I don't care if you're a fan. His latest publicity stunt is just it's lame of the highest order. And the reason why I say it's lame. All right, let me give you some context. So Lil Nas X is releasing new music. He's back out in front. Obviously, he has a great team. He's in the machine, and they're propping him up again for whatever reason. The industry. So I've seen him. You started seeing him on commercials, and he's got new music coming out. And then he dropped a visual for the new music, and it had the internet going nuts. We talked about it last week, and everything short of devil worship, right? So it's a generational argument taking place on social media. Why y'all so this, and y'all had Bone Thugs and Harmony and Ozzy Osbourne, but let a black kid do it. It's just art and blah 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 blah. So I ignored that. I wasn't even going to address that, but he followed it up with a release of some shoes, and I want to talk about the shoes. He has some custom Nikes done up. He has 666 pair. Put them up for sale for $1,018. 10:18, Luke 10:18, which is a biblical scripture referring to Satan. And they sold out in less than a minute. Less than a minute. I'm gonna show you the shoes. Let me go to this. Let me go to this call first before I go to that. Let me see what. Let's go to John Watson, Bureau Chief, New York. What's good with you?
What up, fam?
What's up?
And then I definitely don't know if I want to talk Lil Nas. Lil, I'm trying to get my Lil Nas X. I don't know if I want to talk about. I'm not. That's not. I'm not. Maybe not his market.
No.
I think the marketing was genius. If you telling me he made almost $700,000 off a pair of sneakers
in less than a minute,
then,
yes.
You know.
Then
I'm doing something wrong. But
you're definitely doing something wrong. But you may not go to hell. But you're doing something. Right. But you may not go there. He's going. But yeah, go ahead.
No, my thing was, very quick back to the dating situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I remember, when we first got started, remember we were talking about like what dating going to look like, with the mask on. Remember we had that conversation?
Yeah,
like,
week one.
With the mask on and blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I had a real conversation this weekend with a brother that's in college, and we were talking about what does it look like? You know what I mean? Like, with the ladies down there, he's like, yo, man, it's COVID, man. It's different times now. Like, the social people are not necessarily out as much. The parties aren't happening as much, because they got restrictions on that, even on these campuses or whatever. So it's not as, I guess, easy as one could say it would be to come in contact with folks and get the mixing and the mingling or what have you. But I don't know, like, I haven't been out in these streets, in forever, especially lately, even on the regular, just people watching to see, who's doing what and how they're making it work. So it's like, it's almost like cuffing season just damn near year round
extended.
Now.
Cuffing season extended. Yes.
You got to hold on to that cuff.
Yeah.
You better hold on to that cuff, man. But you ain't cuffed early in fall of 2019. You took it short.
Yeah. But so even if you don't want to speak for yourself, from what you've heard,
I mean, I can speak for myself. I mean, my sex life hasn't changed at all. It's you know what I'm saying? Like,
so more or less,
fantastic,
more or less, or the same?
I would say the same, but you know, it's always been right. So you know, I mean, I don't know what.
So pandemic.
You know,
So
numbers, but
no. Slow down. Easy,
no,
easy.
been, as
easy.
I'm just talking about. Yeah,
easy. No, what we're doing is it's a bit of a research for an external project. Just trying to gauge like what has it done for people's sex lives, like the continual, like you said, extended cuffing season, which is that's a hell of an analogy. But just the extended proximity, confinement, isolation, whether you're single or with someone, how has it mentally, physically, how has the pandemic and the extension of it affected, sex life and libido? That's the question based on, because
I don't think like I can, again, only for me, I can only speak for me, you know what I'm saying? And like, I got, just the one lady, man. And like, it really has, we don't live together. So that's always a plus for me because, especially in these days and times, a nice little bit of separation is I think is healthy, especially when you really have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
But nothing has changed in that regard for real. So if I was single, like hard single, I don't know, because the way my COVID fear is set up, you know what I'm saying, I'd probably be in struggle town.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because, right.
I can't go out and find none.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm out, mama. I'll be what the hell I do with that black book? God,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be pulling out my damn what's the joint, the Rolodex?
Yeah.
Like looking at people. Oh, I'm sorry, love you. Oh, my bad. You married now with kids? Oh, damn, never mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, we try to pull up the like,
right.
Because son, I would not. If I was single, I find it be real struggle. You know what I'm saying, out there, because I'd be too paranoid with what you bringing in my house, fam.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to hear from somebody that's single who dealt with it the whole time. Like, I saw some comedians. Matter of fact, I was watching Tiffany Haddish. They Ready, the most recent release season, and Aaron Jackson. She said it's been a major struggle because one, she's a traveling comedian, and two, she was single, so she wasn't traveling and she wasn't dating. So she said it almost drove her crazy, and that's what I'm trying to get that perspective. Like, how do you navigate even with the young boy that you talk to who's in college? If they, he said the dating situation is different, but are they still humping? Like, if they on campus and you can't really move around, like what does that look like? What does that freshman hump look like?
See, that's what I'm saying. That's like I don't even know because. If I'm honest, if I was still, on campus, like, I'm gonna find a way. I mean, we all here. That's like, we all on this island together, fam. Like, if you ain't left and I ain't left, then you must be good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's way different.
We're past the window. We're past the 14-day window. You good?
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen,
you good?
You ain't crossed over that road, neither have I in 14 days. You know what I'm saying? But if I was, young and in like DC, like to go out, man, I don't even think, I don't know, I can't be a 22-year-old me right now, but I can't think that I would really want to be out and running around like that because I ain't trying to get that thing. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be like, listen, we're gonna do some questionable things, and as long as I got some prophylactics in my pocket, I should be all right. But if somebody cough on you funny during the act, like, hold on, see, what's that cough about?
Yeah, what's that cough about?
What's that cough about?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna leave these masks. Matter of fact, we're gonna leave these masks on the whole night. I don't even want to know what you really look like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we just gonna get it in for the sake of getting it in, fam. Matter of fact, we might do it like you referencing the good people with the hats and the long
sideburns,
curly sideburns.
Yeah.
We might have to do it like them. I'm gonna go ahead and get a sheet and poke a hole through it.
Oh, geez.
You know what I'm saying? And make it do what it do. Man.
Oh, geez. Is that what they do? All right, I appreciate it.
You remember what the hell was that? I'm gonna get you. I think it was I'm gonna get you sucking. And he's like, you got protection, and they put on the whole.
Nah, that was Naked Gun. That was Naked Gun.
Oh, that was Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Full body
Naked
gun.
Gun.
Yeah, that's what I'm rolling around with. COVID too.
Yeah.
All right, man. Go ahead and get back to Lil Nas X. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
All right. Hank said the WAP song came out during COVID-19, so I know they out here humping. Yes. All right, 765, let's go one. We winding down, but the phones are still open. Real quick, and close on this. So this is what he did, man. So he got the video, and I'm really, he's lame because he's just another industry puppet. And he don't know it. Well, he might do though. He might do know it. Anyway, so he put these shoes out, right? These custom Air Maxes. So in the shoe game, people do custom shoes all the time, right? Unauthorized, unofficial. When it was announced that he was dropping these, Nike immediately released a statement. It was like, we ain't got shit to do with this. So apparently, he's one of 66, 666. So you look over here, it's, wait a minute, did I share the screen? I gotta make sure y'all see this. Okay, y'all can see this. So that's how many. You get your personalized number. He got this Bible quote. Now, first of all, he playing games. So this is the new him. He's reinventing himself. I don't know if this is for the moment or for the song, push the album. There's been people defending him all day and night. People I know and respect. I might have to get my man on here. He's been on the show before. He was defending him. I'm like, man, I don't care what position you take, what position, what you stand on. Some shit you just don't play with. That's where I'm at with it. Like, you playing, and some stuff you just don't play with. So they got the little pentagram right here. And here's the most interesting part. There's some liquid solution in the bottom air cushion that carefully contains 1 drop of human blood in each. Wait a minute, I gotta get this queued up. In each shoe. And I swear, when I seen all day people posting screenshots of their receipt from after buying the shoes, all millennials and Zoomers. And I'm like, man, y'all just, wow. I'm not going to say we. I'm not going to take credit for that. Man, somebody failed, man. Somebody failed. I ain't even say you ain't got to be religious. You ain't got to be Christian. Some shit you just don't play with, man. I don't trend, fad, all that. I don't care if you don't believe hell is a real place. I don't care if you believe the image that we know of the devil is just a cartoon character. I don't care none of that. Some stuff you don't play with. That's where I'm at with it. So let's see. The black and red sneakers, part of a collaboration between him and a New York-based art collective, MSCHF, were made using Nike Air Max 97s through the sportswear brand, though the sportswear brand Nike has distanced itself from the design. Nike said, we do not have a relationship with Lil Nas or MSCHF. They were priced at $1,018 a pair. And they referenced the Bible passage, Luke 10:18, that reads, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Blah, 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 blah. Here they go again. And you're like, oh, it was cool. I'm a sneakerhead, you just don't get it. Nah, I get it. I get it. It's really not that deep. It's manipulation, it's mind control, and it's letting you know that he's in. And it's further propagating the whole, the demonic stranglehold that's in the music industry and entertainment. Point blank period. There ain't nothing else. There's nothing else to it. It's letting you know this is what team I'm playing for. And people are like, well, you let your kids do this and video games and movies, so this ain't as bad. I'm like, this man here's the issue. This man just came off of the most successful song in pop music history, right? Which resonated with children. Millions of children became his instant fan. So your follower, I don't care about your lifestyle. I don't care if you don't want to be binary. I don't care if you. That's irrelevant. Non-binary. Your follow-up to that is this. You playing games, man. You letting the industry use you. You're a puppet. Your follow-up. And then I saw somebody today try to pick the lyrics apart to Old Town Road and saying how, well, that wasn't for kids either. Come on, man. You're reaching. That's a reach. Your follow-up after you gain, this is how sick the music industry is. And part of the reason why I left radio almost 20 years ago, because I've seen it. I've been in the rooms. I've seen the plans and the intention and the manipulation. This is how sick it is. So you get millions of kids. You're the number one. If kids idolize you, and your follow-up. Yeah, you came out. Yeah, you established yourself. Yeah, you lived in your truth. But your follow-up is this. Nah, you playing games, man. Legacy City Builder says it may be his initiation. No, it absolutely is his initiation. It's not. He's been initiated. He done had his initiation already. This is his re-up. You gotta when you get in, you gotta re-up periodically. All right, we're not doing that today. I'll save that. Anyway, this right here, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Like you're not even, and like I said on Karen Hunter's show, the song is catchy because I heard it in a commercial for 2 months before he released the video. So think about me with the ability to be like, oh, no, I don't like that no more, compared to kids or whatever who it's just ingrained. Now you release the visual, and now that whole what's upsetting to me is the themes. Whether you subscribe to that or not, whether you believe in that or not, you're pushing a theme, and there's an association with that theme, and you can't play like it don't exist. Like there was some people I really follow and respect on social media, really defending this. It was marketing ploy, publicity stunt, and he's smart. Nah, he not. He's $666,000 richer in a minute, in a day, more than most people are making in a lifetime. But that don't make him smarter. All right, that's it. I'm off my soapbox. Y'all don't want to talk about nothing anyway. 765, let's go one. Lame Nas X. He gets that for the day. The Goo Goo Gump Award is the Goo Goo Gump of the day. I just made that up. That should be a thing. Goo Goo Gump. Might have to do something with that. And peep how he covering one eye. There's a reason why he's doing that. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, so there's that. All right, well, since y'all want to play all shy today, I appreciate everybody for calling in and checking in. John Watson, Haynes is in Vegas, and Mr. Clarkson down the hall in Studio G. And that, John says we are not his demographic. Yeah, but the youth, your youngsters are. And that's important because they shaping what's next. And I'm not singling just him out. It's the industry because that Cardi B and WAP foolishness, same dynamic. It ain't one is worse than the other just because he gay. Let me put that out there. It's the same dynamic. It's demonic frequency, man. We ain't in church though. I'm gonna keep it moving. Modern day Pied Piper, exactly. I'll take that. Jay Elite is in Los Angeles today. Hey, protect your chi. Protect your chakras in LA, man. LA wild, man. And say how to my folks out there, man. I miss LA. All right, there it is, y'all. The money wheel, man. We up at 300 plus. I haven't tallied this weekend's donations, but this Friday, we do the show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, newcomers. This Friday, we got the money wheel jumping, 50-50 raffle live on the show, something like a podcast. You won't see it done anywhere else. If you want a slot or unlimited slots, $5 a slot. Let's Go Live show on Cash App. Put in the notes how many slots you want, and we do it live on the air. Must be present to win. It's over $300 this current moment. Make sure you follow me on all social media. And we building something here, man. It's going to be big, man. We building something. We're going to get out the closet one day. You hear me? Other than that, y'all be safe, man. Enjoy your week. Enjoy this weather. And don't do nothing stupid. And if you do, just don't tell nobody.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.